The 34th edition of the Paris Marathon promised to be a fabulous day of distance running in the French capital, and with an all-star stellar cast of East Africans, as well as a sprinkling of talent from Europe, it duly delivered. 5 international pacemakers ensured a very respectable rate at the start of the men's race. With 10 sub-209 athletes included, it was destined to be a very cagey first half of the race. The women's race, in contrast, was all about the Ethiopian Asede Baissa. The tiny 22-year-old was back determined to defend the title she won in such style last year. And since her win 12 months ago, she'd blossomed into a world-class performer. Frenchwoman Christelle Dornay carried home hopes after breaking the national record with 2:25 last year, and she wanted to mount a serious challenge once again to the Ethiopians. Meanwhile, for the 30,000 charity fundraisers, club runners and fun runners, the sun and the sights of this great city were motivation enough. The pacemakers more than did their job in the men's race. Nothing too extravagant, but a very solid first half which left the very large men's pack of around 20 athletes on course for a sub-207 finish. Baissa's pace through the middle of the race was ambitious, to say the least. She'd promised to tackle the 8-year-old course record of 2:23 set by Belgium's Marleen Renders, and the little Ethiopian powerhouse was on course for a sub-2:22 at one stage. Only countrywoman Sege was staying with her pace. Dornay, as she does so often, ran her own race and was looking comfortable. The first champion of the 2010 Paris Marathon was Switzerland's Heinz Fries, who beat Frenchman Denis Le Meunier in a dramatic sprint finish to the wheelchair race. It was the second Paris title for the man labelled the greatest after his win here in 2004. Following an injection of pace in the last 10k, the large group of men were eventually whittled down to just a handful, and the surprise package came in the form of Ethiopian Tadesse Tola, smashing his personal best and the rest of the field to register a famous fairy tale victory in 2 hours, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Alfred Kering just managed to hang on to second place ahead of his Kenyan countryman and marathon debutant Wilson Kipsang, who made a very impressive step up from the half-marathon distance. Asede Baissa's second successive victory was assured. The only question was, what would her time be? The answer, that previously elusive course record was gone. 2 hours, 22 minutes and 3 seconds. A superb performance from the 22-year-old. To the delight of the crowd, it was a brilliant runners-up place, a new national record for France's very own Christelle Dornay, who broke 2:25 for the first time. An extremely tired Sege hung on for third. 3 worthy champions from 3 great races. Please do join us next year for the 35th edition of the Paris International Marathon.